And there you go. That is technically the end of the prologue, and now we're technically starting chapter 1. I say technically because this is kind of the end. It's a crossover.
Apprentice, I trust you find your starship satisfactory?
It's an outstanding vessel.
I hope that it serves you well. There is much to be done. My interests must be protected, and my enemies destroyed. Noman Karr's efforts to expose my spies and prove his Padawan's power to the Jedi Council must meet with systemic failure. You will exhaust yourself in this charge.
You honor me.
The information we siphoned from that Republic agent will be our map. We know my spy on Nar Shaddaa was being surveilled. We know where this Padawan was discovered, where she trained, and that the Jedi have sent someone to investigate my spy on Balmora. The Padawan will have to be hunted down and destroyed, but first you must secure my network by silencing my spies on Balmora and Nar Shaddaa.
Is it wise to put off destroying the Padawan?
If the Jedi acquire proof of my spy network, Noman Karr wins. We must mop up the potential leaks first. My contacts on Balmora and Nar Shaddaa will detail what must be done. Your tasks are paramount, Apprentice. Bring cruelty. Bring rage. Bring death.
So we get a little bit of his story there and what he wants us to do with his agents and everything, but this is the beginning of that Balmora, Nar Shaddaa, Tatooine storyline that every class goes through. You get to this point and you have the option to go to Balmora or Nar Shaddaa, but you would never go to Nar Shaddaa first unless you're like super over-leveled by doing, Galactic Starfighter or PvP or even dungeons first. So it's one of those things where it gives you the option, but it's really an illusion of options, because you really need to do Balmora first for the story.
Ah, you've arrived on Balmora. Excellent. Your contact there is Lieutenant Malavai Quinn. I trust you'll find him most helpful.
I have no doubt, Master.
This is an important mission, and I only entrust the finest. Quinn will meet you in his offices at Sobrik headquarters. We will speak again as soon as he has briefed you.
Now, let's get something clear. He is not the guy that we're going after. Quinn is not the agent that Barriss wants us to investigate. It just happens to be one of the contacts Barriss uses on Balmora, or one of his guys that he has.
So, hey, I've been thinking, maybe you want to take this shock collar off? As a sign of thanks for my hard work on Korriban. Not that I don't enjoy the perpetual fear of electrocution.
You will mind your tongue, slave.
Ow! Forget I said anything.
Oh, I'm evil. As I said before, there's a time, you could keep the collar on her, but there's a time and a point where she will literally just stop talking to you completely.
Okay, hey, Sith Master person of questionable temper and such. I've been extra good with the behaving. Did you notice? So, how about taking the shock collar off me?
Give me your word that you'll still obey.
How about some non-obedient sort of following directions? Like a person instead of a pet?
You really can't be broken, can you?
Ugh. That is such a relief. So, what now? I mean, we're like a million miles from nowhere, and you've got the only ship.
You will remain with me and help achieve my goals.
Fantastic. Glad you could open up. We'll have to talk again sometime.
You really have to love her personality as a companion. She's a really cool character. Speaking of characters, my character there would have totally taken that collar off the first time, but it's a little back and forth play. You gotta let the slave know, and in this case Vet, that my character's still in control, and that's what she was doing there, just asserting her authority in a kind of mean way.
Sir, I apologize, sir. It was the best I could do.
If that's your best, you're useless to me. I can shoot you dead with a clear conscience. Is that what you want?
No, sir.
Then focus, Jillins. Dismissed. I apologize for the delay, my lord. Lieutenant Malavai Quinn. I'm to be your liaison here on Balmora.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And to you, my lord. Lord Barris will brief you personally, but I'm to acquaint you with the climate here on Balmora first.
By all means, go ahead.
Even though the Empire wrestled control of Balmora from the Republic during the war, we were never able to completely eradicate them. There is a rather sizable resistance movement. No one wants to admit it, but it's clear that the Republic is backing it.
Maybe I'll have time to do something about that.
Something tells me your presence here will leave an indelible impression on the state of things. And I look forward to it. I have a secure line to Lord Barris. I'll patch him through immediately.
Ah, I see you've convened with my apprentice. Very good, Lieutenant. Leave us. Quinn owes his career to me, but we should keep the details of your mission between the two of us. We must act swiftly. Noman Carr's Padawan has directed the Jedi's suspicions to my undercover spy there on Balmora. Do you recall this?
Of course, I remember everything.
Good. I'll get to the point. My spy is Commander Rylan of the Republic Resistance. He is the central contact for all my operatives in this sector. Unfortunately, Quinn is tracking an investigator that the Jedi have sent. That means we have to cover our tracks before you kill Rylon. Your first mandate is to destroy evidence that links Rylon to the sabotaging of Balmora's defense systems during the war. To do so, you must break into the satellite control tower. Quinn reports that the tower is a death trap of mechanical security.
I'll handle anything that dares get in my way.
This task is priority 1. The Jedi's investigator could be zeroing in on the evidence as we speak. Quinn has everything you'll need. I'll summon him back. Remember, he is not to know the reason for your mission. I'll be in touch.
My lord, I've prepared what you need for your assault on the satellite control tower. In order to destroy the mainframe, you'll mount this charge to the base and activate it. Then contact me and I'll be able to detonate.
Alright, let's go over some things here. So, the first thing is that because Barris was not willing to talk to me with Quinn there, means that obviously Quinn has no idea what's going on with these agents that Barris has embedded, everywhere in the galaxy. So, that first tells my character that I can't really trust him fully because he doesn't know the full situation that we're dealing with. And the second thing is, when we walked in, he was talking down to whoever was obviously beneath him in command. However, he was acting a lot like a Sith, and when an Imperial agent or an Imperial officer starts acting like a Sith in private without Sith around, that's a bad sign. The reason why is because that person will typically also do other things that Sith do, such as evil power grabs and betraying you to, get something for themselves. That's a basic Sith move. You do these things that, will increase your power rating or get you further up in the world, closer to the Council, closer to the Emperor. So if an agent is doing that, if an officer is doing that, you got to keep an eye on them because they may try to do things that are probably going to compromise your mission. Right, so you got to keep an eye on them in this situation. But it is cool to think about, that Barris has an agent in the Republic, so I'm excited to see that.
My lord, I mark your progress and see that the charge is armed. I will detonate once you are a safe distance. But first, I have Darth Barris on holo for you. I will retreat and leave the line secure for the two of you.
Apprentice, we have one more potentially compromising thing to take care of before you can confront my spy, Commander Rylon. It involves invading a Republic keep to find a lowly ensign named Dermot. He is Ryland's son, and the commander confided his true identity to him. Ensign Dermot must be silenced permanently.
It will be my pleasure. I'll make sure he never talks.
I'll signal Quinn to give you the details. Be swift.
My lord, Ensign Dermot is being detained in the brig of the Republic Crater Outpost, awaiting questioning by the mysterious agent Barris has me tracking. I will alert you if the investigator appears to be heading there. I assume you wish to get to Dermot before she does.
You assume correctly, Lieutenant.
Then I won't delay you any longer. Good luck on your mission, my lord. I'll be here if you need anything.
Cool, we get to silence an ensign that knows a little too much. This is a really cool part of the story, in my opinion. I like that, there's these agents that we have to take care of, and we can't let the Republic or even a lot of the Empire know that Barris has these agents everywhere. And it's this cool, cloak and dagger thing that you would expect out of an Imperial agent story, or even, a smuggler thing. But you get it within the warrior story, and I think that is really cool.
Pipe down, Dermot. There's something going on outside. I'm trying to listen.
Oh, come on, Six. Throw me a bone. Who's this agent that's coming to interrogate me? At least answer me that, will ya? Fine. Stay clamped. I don't care who it is, I ain't talking. Nobody's gonna get nothing out of me. Nothing. All right, I ain't proud. I give. My dad's an Imperial agent.
What did you say? Your dad is a what?
Yes. Please repeat that, Junior.
Oh no.
This is a restricted area. What are you doing here? Who are you?
It's not a who. It's a what. It's a Sith.
I am death.
Like I couldn't tell you a bad news the moment I saw you. Take a look behind yourself, Sith. That's what 2 squads of the Republic's finest looks like.
Finally, a fight worthy of me.
Come on, man. Let's send this Sith home in a body bag.
So what did we learn today? Well, I think we learned that the Republic's finest wears really silly hats. Boom, nailed it. Also, this guy was totally gonna break, which means he's gotta die. There's no way we can keep him alive. He knows too much, and he is weak-minded. He's just gonna give away all the information that he may have about his father to other people.
Zix? Come on, talk to me, Zix. Get up, man.
Look at me, Ensign Dermot.
But if I don't look, then maybe you're not really here. And oh, blast! I looked. Please, I know why you're here. The Republic's investigating my dad, and an agent's coming to put the screws to me. But I won't break. I promise. Let me live. My dad's secret is safe with me. I'm a rock.
You must think I'm an idiot.
Fine. You're an idiot. If it'll save me, I'll think whatever you want me to. My father's done so much for the Empire. Look, maybe the apple fell off the tree. Kind of far from the tree, but it's still... Look, the apple's still... Look, I'm not exactly sure where I was going with that, but please don't kill me.
I'm willing to consider alternatives. Is there another solution?
Hold on. Yeah. I just had a thought pop into my head. Just quick, before it pops out. My assignment here was in the medical lab, moving supplies and making deliveries. And the docs there were working on something really cool. It was a drug that was supposed to create temporary amnesia, but it wiped the mind totally clean. The test subjects didn't even know their own names.
Tell me more of this.
You could break into the lab and bring back the drug. I'll overdose and not know nothing no more. That way my dad's secret identity's safe.
Killing you will be less cruel and faster.
Oh man. Look, just don't tell my dad that I cried.
Poor fool. Not sure we've ever come across anyone so useless.
Not everyone can be as talented as you, Vet.
A compliment. I'll take it. It smells awful in here. Let's move on, shall we?